Hi and welcome to my Unity 3D tutorial of how to create a city. So here is the city that I created earlier. Okay, so with the first person shooter, you can just walk around the city as you can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Unity development environment where we put one of these together. Okay, let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Unity tutorial of how to develop city using Unity. So I'm going to click on new and let's make sure we select 3D, and I believe this is the latest version of Unity Hub. So I think one guy would like me to use that, and that's what I'm using. And it's even written here you are using the latest version of Unity Hub. Okay, so in the I'm just gonna enter the name. I'm just gonna call it city. Let's click on create. Okay, the system is just loading up. All right, that's the development environment ready. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add some of the resources that I need for this tutorial. One very important one is right here. You see the pattern. This is going to be the pattern I intend to draw. So I'm going to put together a wall like this in Unity. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's grab that or let's just create something here, and we just call it create a folder, and that folder I'm going to call it textures right there. Okay, I'm now going to import that particular pattern straight into my folder called texture, and just click on wherever I have it. I think it's right here, and I'm going to import it straight into that's it, into Unity there, and that is a drag it straight into this folder. I need some other component. I'm going to need a white city folder that those have the images I copied earlier from the asset store. Okay, all the resources that I need is ready, or they are all ready now. I also have the standard asset that's supposed to be with your Unity. If you don't have it, you can always come straight to the asset store and get that downloaded. For the white city, those are images of buildings that I downloaded from here. You can always search for it. You can just enter buildings and they will appear. Let's say 3 buildings. So the one I got here is called White City. Okay, so you can always download those ones. Now, let's forget all about that. So what I'm going to do now is, in the first place, I need my scene, and on my scene, I'm going to need a plane here. So let's go to the hierarchy and let's come straight to 3D. There we go, that's my plane right there. And the size of this plane, I'm going to make it approximately 50 by 50. There we go. And I'm going to need a material too, because I intend to add my very pattern straight onto this plane. So maybe we should zoom in a bit, and in here I might as well create a folder. I'm going to call material. Create one folder, just call that material. Just want to tidy things up. Now here I need my images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a material in here. Come in here, add material there, and this very material, I'm just going to call it pattern. And this very pattern, I need this very texture for that pattern. Click, drag, and drop it right inside the albedo, or we can always come in here and just select that very pattern. If you see it, that is it. And there we go. So I will now grab my material and drop it straight onto my plane there. So if I run it, this is what you guys will see there. But what I intend to do is I'm going to change the orientation of this. Let's click and let it be top. There we go. And that is how I'm going to be drawing my images across. Now let's start. We need enough room to do this job, so the first thing I need in here is I'm going to click on create 3D and grab the cube. So for the cube to be visible, I'm going to make that cube, let's say that cube is going to be approximately, let's go for about 40 for now. No, 40 seems to be too small. Okay, 200. 200 seems to be too long. That's fine, but I can always reduce that. So let's say 150. 150 then. Let's place that in there. Okay, 130 looks like the ideal one. Yeah, 130 it is. Right. Let's say the wall is going to be about 10 for now. We can always 12. Okay. No, that would be about 4. The z-axis, let's make that 4, and here I'll make that about 12. Right, that is my wall. Okay, one other thing that I need is I'm going to need some bricks. So let me grab some bricks on my folder there. Okay, click on my folder and I have bricks. Okay, just drop the bricks right in. I will just drop it in here. There we go. So I'm going to create another material that I will call bricks. Undo that very one. I want that one. Come in here, material, and it's going to be known as bricks. There. Now inside bricks, I have different types of bricks here. The one I intend to use, maybe we should use this one. Yeah. Okay, let's come right inside the material and make sure this is selected, and right here we grab the bricks and just drop it there. Okay, that's it right there. I will now grab these very bricks inside the material and just drop it in here. So if you guys want to see what's happening, run the program so that you can see it properly. You can see the bricks, it's a little bit far away though. So we're gonna have to adjust our camera a little bit so that we can see what we're doing. Let's just move it there so that you can see. There's the bricks. Okay. All right. Let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. That's the bricks, but it's not. The camera seems to be too close to it. It's not showing the way I want. All right. Okay, now what we're going to do is, you see this bricks, I'm going to select the bricks in here and I'll just come in here. Let's change it to about maybe 2 so that it will give it a much better look. All right, it looks a little bit much better. Now back in here, I'm going to grab this. Before then, let me create game object. This very game object, I'm going to call it object wall so that I can house all my cubes in there, because there's going to be a lot of cubes. So right click on this very cube. Okay, that would be the next one. I'm going to leave it at cube 1, and let's just change the orientation to 90 degrees, and that very one, grab it, drag, and we paste it right here. As you can see, it seems to be too long, so let's say no. Okay, bring it down a little bit. So that is fine. I can press Ctrl D to copy it across and bring it over here. Yeah, but as you can see, I block the entrance in here. So what I'm going to do is reduce this to maybe about, that'll be about 10. Yeah, 13, and take it up. 15 looks more ideal. Right. That is that. Then we can always press Ctrl D, copy it across, and press Ctrl D again, and bring this one here. And let's increase this to 100. Too long. Maybe 80. Bring it down. 80 seems to be too long. Then 70 then. And just bring it down. Yeah, so my wall is actually taking place. So let's change the look of everything. I'm going to just click and change it to free. There we go. Look at that. Move this aside. So I believe you guys get the whole idea of what I'm trying to achieve. There you see the wall now? It's taking shape. Okay. So let's repeat the same thing for the others, but this wall seems to be too short. Maybe I should go for about, because it's a city, I want the city to have a large wall around it. We don't want any wall that anyone can just jump into. Okay, let's make it about 10 for now. No, don't do that. That's too wide. Let's make this about 20. Yeah. Okay, 20. And let's move it up. Okay, it might be too high, but there's going to be some other buildings inside it, so that is fine for now. I may change my mind later on. Okay, let's continue with the wall so that we can put finishing touches to this. It's going to take some time. Let's press Ctrl G for that and just bring it down. Right here. Then we also need to break it into three parts actually. Alright, the first one, let's change that to about that's 30 here. So this one will be officially 60. So let's control D one here. All this will be about 60. Get it centered. Right. And here, move that in a little bit and change that to maybe about 25. Now Control D, copy that across and bring it here. Now we're going to reduce the size of this to, let's go for 18. Yeah. Right. Move this up a little bit. Okay, so that looks like the very first part is kind of like taken care of. See the wall? Okay, so let's continue. There's a lot of work to do. There's 2 here, so Control D and bring this down here. 1, Control D again, 2. So it's going to require a lot of patience for you guys to, if you want to have a go at it. And let's see how that looks like. There we go, look at that. Okay, that's our entrance in there, and here we need another wall cross. Right, top, push it back in. Now move these and let's just select this. Control D. So I guess you guys get the whole idea, so I'm going to have to speed up this now because it's taking too long. Okay, let's speed it up. Okay guys, I finally finished adding all of the cubes. In total, I think I will have approximately 118 cubes there. Okay, that's how it's looking now. So let's click on this. Look at that, guys. Can you see that? Yeah. Alright, we can see some error here. This one is not flushed properly, so let's see what happened. Okay, we need to close here. So I'm just gonna copy one of these and just paste it there. Yeah, let's copy the small one here. Control D and just move it right down. There, that's all I did. It's just that it's painstaking, but at the end of the day, it's a beautiful artwork. Alright, that's closed. Yeah. Okay guys, that's not bad. So all we then need to do now is just add some buildings to it. Okay, there we go guys. That's how the whole artwork is looking now. It's beautiful. Right. Okay, so what we need to then do is this area, we just leave them for cars, and these will be for cars as well, or maybe motorway, and just add some buildings there. So let's come straight in here. You see White City, the one that I copied earlier from the asset table. Go to the prefab and buildings. Those are the buildings. All I just need to do now is to grab one and then paste it right in there. Yeah, that's cool. I guess that's right down. Let's see. Okay, so maybe another kind of building in there. Be this somewhere here. We need some room to maneuver, and maybe one high rise in here. Okay, I'm just gonna add the buildings all over. So let's grab this very pattern again and just maybe put it somewhere here. Yeah, seems that type of building is everywhere. Okay, maybe in here, and some high rising. One, there is no gate in here. I need to make a gate in there. All right, one here. And grab these. Okay, and that is how you create your own city. So just the only problem is having to put together all of these walls. That's just the problem. Apart from that, dragging and placing the cities and the buildings isn't that so difficult. Just make it look busy, like a proper town. Yeah. Okay, you see here, I'm gonna have to delete that very entrance there. Yeah, because if we have a building there, at least we should be able to go into our properties. No, that's too big for that area. Maybe we look for somewhere else, maybe out there. Yeah, that should do in there. May have to slimline that. Okay, so maybe one more of these here. Right. If we run it now, we won't be able to see much because of the camera is kind of like stationed just in one place. So I'm going to have to add first person to this. So that will give it a little bit of flair so that we can see what we're working on. That's what I'm going to do. Let's add first person. First person will be able to move around the whole building site. Because the camera, as you can see here, isn't doing that much. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at what we see with the camera. That's what we see with the camera. We can't even move around. Okay. Stop it right there. I'm going to have to delete this camera. Delete. And let's come straight to our standard asset. Go to character here. And I need first person prefab. Grab that. Drop it somewhere here where we can move around. There we go. Okay, let's see inside the game. Yeah, you see, we can see a little bit more. Okay, that's much better. Okay, as you can see in here, I may have to reduce this wall because some of the building are a couple of stories high. And also, this is fine. That is tidy, but the buildings are not tidy. So I'm going to create another game object. And now let's change the name of that very game object to maybe game object building. Right, and I'm going to grab all these buildings and just drag them straight inside the game object just to tidy things up because it looks very messy. Drag it, drop it in there, and just more up here. Let's drop them in there. Okay, so we can then just collapse it. Okay, now let's open up the wall. So when I select the wall, let's come to the scene. You see all of the wall is selected, but I should be able to correct it in there. But let's come straight in here, just select all of the wall. Come right down, select it all. And instead of 20, I'm just going to make that, let's go for about 7 for now. So that we can see all of those buildings. If I don't like it, we can always increase it. So let's run this game and see how it looks like. There. Oh, you see the wall? The wall needs to go down a little bit. So I'm going to stop it right there and just get the wall down. Look at that. Okay. Escape and stop. So make sure the wall is selected. That's the advantage of having it in its own area. Just move it down a little bit and do that. Let's bring it down. Okay, let's see how that's gonna look. Okay, the walls are fixed now, so I think that's all right the way it looks like. So if I run it now, this is what you will see. Okay, so we can move around and the first person can just go wherever he wants to go. Okay, although we may have to tidy up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to stop it. And what I'm going to do is some of these buildings, just for your information, if you want, you can always increase the size like this very one now. I can just make that 2 by, say, you say that's 2 seems to be too much. You can make it 1.5. and just maybe 0.8 here and another 0.8 here. 1.8. Right. Okay, so you can adjust how you want. And let's move this building a little bit in. Okay, so that's done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the layout so that I can then run this program properly. I'm going to click on maximum here. You can see all of the buildings there. The camera looks a bit all right. So let's just click on run. There we go, guys. Look at that. Looks like a city, a real city. You see that, guys? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, let's move around a little bit. Just hold on to the key, to the arrow key, and just move around. There. Okay. So I'm going to stop it for now. And what can we do now? Just thinking of what we can also add, maybe trees, just to give it a little bit of flair. Okay, stop it from running. We can add trees. I think there's some trees in here inside the standard assets. Let's change the appearance of this. I'm going to make it 1. Okay, it seems there's no trees in here, or maybe I wasn't looking properly. Alright, what I'm going to do is let's add some cars, because I think I saw cars in here. Yeah, there we go. We have some cars here. So let's just come in here and see. Okay, this part of it will be where they can park their car, and at the same time we actually need to make that place look like a proper road. So let's just grab 1 or 2 cars, just dump it right there, change the size of that car to, let's make it 4 by 4 by 4 and see. Yeah, we can see the car now. There's a car over there. Okay. Yeah, just push it right there. Let's copy it. Control D. Let's copy. Right. I think there might be some other type here. Make this 5 by 5 by 5. And let's turn it around and let it just park somewhere there. Control D. Move. 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 We've got a couple of cars there. Alright, that should do it. Okay, that should do it. There we go, guys. That's how it's looking now. So let's run it and see. Oh, that's very noisy. I may have to get rid of some of the cars. Well, those cars seems to be too noisy for me. I'm just going to delete maybe. Let's delete a couple. Delete. And I'm going to also delete these. Maybe leave 1 or 2 there. A small car somewhere. Yeah, we have some more here. Get rid of them. Okay, we just have 2. Let's run it and see. The noise should be okay. That's a little bit much better. So still too noisy for me. Well, that's alright anyway. There we go. Hey guys, you see that? So that's how you create your own scene. actually imported from the asset store apart from the walls and so on. Okay, let's go back out. See. And the next thing is maybe my next tutorial will just create a game, an action game. Yeah, an action game. But for the meantime, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now. Please do subscribe, and please, you can also join and become a member of my channel. You all have a nice day. Bye for now.